Hello everybody. Today's topic is from evolution. There is a theory of spontaneous generation. In my previous classes, I have told you many theories like Oparin and Haldane theory, your Coa-Servaes, chemical evolution, and these are all from your abiogenesis. And before that theories, before Haldane Oparin, before the origin of Coa-Servaes, before these theories, another theory is also present, which is theory of spontaneous generation, which is the first theory of your abiogenesis. Okay, this theory originated first, then this theory are regarded. So what is occurs in this case? Theory of spontaneous generation. That means as it's a abiogenesis process, the living will started getting its life from non-living. That means livings are found from non-livings. So in this case, the generation of livings just found in spontaneously. That means within a short period of time, within a less time. That means very fast. So the generation of life just generate spontaneously. This is the theory of spontaneous generation, and this theory is accepted by many Greek ancient philosophers, favored by great ancient philosophers, great Greek philosophers. Okay. So this theory is also favored by ancient Greek philosophers like Plato, your Aristotle. They are regarded or they are accepted this theory, but this theory are unreasonable. That is, no reasons behind it will accept it. These theories are discarded. And what happens in this theory? Some scientists said that livings are found some unreasonable manner from the matters. These are unreasonably. That Nile silt, which gets mud, Nile mud, which are used to made portrait in Egypt, Egyptian countries. They made portraits by using this Nile mud. When this Nile mud came in contact with sunlight, they will produce living materials. Living materials, not the microbes, not the microorganisms. They gives big creatures like snake, maybe crocodiles, mice, like this livings. So this is an unreasonable or unfavored theory. This was discarded. Second theory is given by Van Helmont. Another scientist. He put forwarded a theory that is like this. Give that sweat, when come in contact with wheat grain, they give rise to mice. Mice are come from by the fusion of your sweat and wheat grains. Is this possible? So these are discarded by many scientists because these are unreasonable. So there are many scientists who are discarded this theory. These are your Francisco Redi, then your Lazzaro, Spallanzani, Louis Pasteur. These are three scientists who have discarded this theory, and they also proved it. How they discarded, and they also get some experiments on it. So these are Egyptian scientists Francisco Redi and Lazzaro Spallanzani. They gave an experiment to discard this abiogenesis, spontaneous generation. What they get? They took two pots, two bowls, which are filled with meat. Meat-filled bowl. They took two bowls, and one is covered, and another is not covered, with naked. Okay, but meat is present in both. One is covered, another is not covered. Okay, they make it for some days. Okay, then what happened? The bowl which is covered, no reaction occurred in it, but which is uncovered or naked, there are some flies fly away towards it. Flies towards. Okay, and some maggots also found here. Maggots are also found in this meat. Okay, and due to the flies and maggots are came to it, they discarded this theory because they proved here that life not forming here. No formation of life occurred here. They only flew out from outer side. Okay, life just coming to here. Okay, not produced here. But this theory also discarded because they don't say that origin of life. How the life origin? Only they say that these lives are come to here. Okay, so this theory also discarded or rejected. Then your Louis Pasteur, you know Louis Pasteur, great scientist, what he said, he also put forward experimented. He took a flask, two flasks actually. The opening of one flask is curved flask opening, another is straight opening. Mouth is straight. Flask 1 and flask 2. One is curved mouth, another is a straight mouth. And he took some broth inside both. Broth means soup, broth. And this broth are present. Their organic, inorganic materials are also present, and this broth was highly sterilized. That's why the microorganisms or microbes present are get killed. There is no microbes or no lives present here. So what happened? And he said that Louis Pasteur said that life comes in contact with the air. That means lives come with air. Okay, when they get contact with some broth or some organic, inorganic matter, they get life. Okay, so here they put some air towards it. Okay, in the second flask, the air comes to contact with this broth and some organisms develop here. Okay, organisms develop here. So the air comes in contact with this broth. Okay, in the first flask, due to the oxygen, when the air comes, there is no reaction occurs because the air, when it comes inside this curved mouth, the microbes or the living materials present here are get trapped here. They filtered out. So only air can come in the broth, contact with broth. So there is no reaction occurred here. But this theory are also discovered. Okay, because there is no reasonable verifications here. That he couldn't said here that how the life originates from living or from non-living. Only she said that in the air your life is present. So these theories are also discarded, and these theories are from spontaneous generation or abiogenesis. Besides it, another theory also present, which is supported by many scientists. What is this theory? No, theory of panspermia. Theory of panspermia or cosmozoic theory. Cosmozoic. This theory was put forward by two scientists, Richter and Helmholtz. The two scientists who are put forward this theory of panspermia and cosmozoic, not in a single time. First, the Richter get this theory, then Helmholtz carry out this theory. So, what they say, Richter and Helmholtz, they say that what is panspermia or cosmozoic? It's like a spore or germs, spores or germs. They said that spores and germs which have lives, which are present in the external space, or they said that the life come from the external space. This is space. If this is the space, here the spores and germs are present. Here the spores are present, and this is the external space. If when this spores or germs comes to the space, they get germinate. Here the spores get germinate. Okay, after the germination they converted to life. So they say that germs or spores present in the external space, when they came to the space they get germinate in contact with organic inorganic molecules. They get germinate and produce life or converted to life. This is a theory of panspermia or cosmozoa, and this theory is variously accepted theory. But some scientists are also discarded it. Not discarded actually. Some are just supported to it and some are non-supporting to it. So why this theory was not supported by some scientists? Because they said that in the external space there is no stable environment or no stable temperature found. There is very less temperature found in the external space. Very less temperature found in external space, and due to heavy UV rays, the spores or germs can't survive there. Can't be survived there in the external space due to less temperature and UV rays. So sometimes scientists have also discarded this theory. After this spontaneous generation and theory of panspermia, you just Halden and Oparin theory are also found, and I have already told it in my previous classes. After that your coacervates found, and you are also known this coacervate, and after that your biogenesis law are also found. So this is the first theory of abiogenesis, your theory of spontaneous generation and theory of panspermia. Okay, hope you all like this video.